at dusk, it dawned on me. Interestingly, the word commence means to begin. This struck me as a bit contrary, considering we use the word commencement to indicate the ceremony celebrating the end of high school. Upon reflection, I found it entirely appropriate, because this is, of course, a beginning of adulthood and of the next chapter of our lives. Now for the actual speech. I'll be honest, I was surprised to discover that Dr. Ray didn't know how to pronounce the word salutatorian. He does not. But at some point, I believe he asked nobody in particular what it meant, so I decided to look it up. A salutatorian, the person with the second highest cumulative GPA, traditionally gives the opening remarks or the welcome speech at a formal event, typically an academic commencement. So, I welcome you to the beginning of this class's journey into the world. I also welcome you to a new era at St. Michael Academy. It truly was a different school this year, and I believe that it is here to stay, grow, and continue to succeed. Now, I know I've said this before, but I am jealous of the freshmen. Really, I am. And I would be a freshman again in a heartbeat if time wasn't so stubborn about moving forward. Freshmen, you are experiencing, along with the sophomores and juniors, what this school set out to do in the first place. My advice to you is to keep an open mind and know that you are part of something incredible. In my senior thesis, I stated that the purpose of education was to create the thinkers and leaders of the next generation. According to Plato, it is chiefly the improvement of the soul. Though I stated two purposes, and Dr. Gray pointed it out, I do believe that both are true, and that St. Michael Academy has accomplished both. The days were long and the years were short, but it was worth it. At St. Michael, I learned the importance of choosing happiness. I learned that people will surprise you. Sometimes they change, and sometimes they don't, but each person was brought into our lives for a reason, and sometimes we don't realize what that is right away, and that's okay. I learned how to ask questions and how to go about answering them. I learned how to make my beliefs truly my own by breaking them down and building them back up. I learned how to learn. I learned that knowing about an author's life can influence the way they write and the way I read the book. I learned how to give a presentation on math. Math. Who's ever heard of a math presentation? I also discovered that I kind of enjoy math. Even though I didn't have a science class this year, I learned that it isn't just about cells and dissections. It's about learning more about God's creation. I learned that asking questions does not mean that you doubt something. I learned how to look at history as a story that teaches us about our world today, instead of disconnected names and dates. I learned that I don't want to work at a newspaper, but I really want to become a photographer. I learned so many things, except how to say goodbye without crying, so I won't say goodbye. Instead, I will say thank you. To my family, who have supported me my entire life. Let me make my own mistakes, and showed me that I could do anything I set my mind to. To my mom, for giving her incredible talent, seemingly in this time, and her heart and soul, to helping the school survive and grow. To my dad, for your amazing example of dedication to our family, our community, and to our faith. To my grandparents, for being the most ardent cheerleaders of pretty much everything, and for giving me wonderful stories and memories to cherish for the rest of my life. To our teachers, for challenging me to improve with every task, and for being devoted to St. Michael Academy, its mission, its future, and most importantly, its students. To the past 4 years at St. Michael Academy, for teaching me to adapt. I'm really crying. And finally, to my classmates, for sticking it out these last 4 years. I'm thankful from the bottom of my heart that you decided to come back each year as we face the challenges of a new, unique, growing, pioneering school, while facing the challenges of high school and overcoming all of them. I would not be the person I am today without St. Michael Academy. My experience here has taught me how to be a leader and a thinker, skills I will use for the rest of my life. And I know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that being a student at St. Michael Academy has led to the improvement of my soul and growth in my relationship with God. Thank you, and God bless.